Ever get that feeling? Like life's throwing you all these curveballs and everyone else is just nailing home run.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Well, you, dear listener, sent us this YouTube transcript. It's called, Why is Life So Hard Sometime? Healing Podcast from a channel called LEP Learn English Podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. And we thought this was perfect for, like a deep dive into, those feelings.
Yeah, those feelings,
'Cause
Desi.
it's so easy to get caught up in like, why me?
Right.
Right.
Totally.
But instead of just rehashing the whole thing, we want to really extract the essence of it.
Yeah, get to the heart of it.
Exactly. Why does it feel so unfair sometimes? And, how do we deal with that?
Right, like is there a way to make it feel less, I don't know, just less heavy?
Exactly. So think of this as a shortcut to understanding and maybe even feeling a bit better about it all.
I love that.
So right off the bat, the transcript talks about how common that feeling of unfairness is.
Yeah, it's almost like universal, right?
Totally. You look around and you see someone getting a lucky break and you're thinking, wait a minute, how come they get that?
Yeah, or you're like slaving away at something and someone else is like coasting and getting the same results. It's frustrating.
So frustrating. And the transcript kind of normalizes that feeling right away.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's okay to feel this way.
Exactly. You're not alone in this.
Yeah.
Everyone feels this way sometimes.
Exactly. And just admitting that like out loud, it's almost like a collective sigh of relief.
I know, right? Like, phew, okay, it's not just me.
Totally. And then the transcript goes into this really cool concept of like the beauty of imperfection.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So imagine, right, a world where everything is perfectly balanced, nothing ever goes wrong.
Okay, so like utopia.
Like total utopia.
Yeah.
But then it asks this really thought-provoking question.
Okay.
In a world like that, where is there room for growth?
Oh.
Where is the learning? Where's the adventure?
I see what you're saying.
It's almost like those imperfections, those challenges we face, that's where life gets its richness.
It's those challenges that make us who we are.
Right. If everything was just easy peasy, we wouldn't learn anything.
Totally. Think about it. Like the times you've really learned something valuable, it's usually when you had to push through something tough.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like facing those obstacles, that's what really teaches us.
Yeah. And the transcript takes this idea even further, talking about like adversity as a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like those tough times aren't there to break us. They're there to show us what we're made of.
Exactly. It's like that image of a heavy storm rolling in,
Ooh, yeah.
It can feel so overwhelming, but the message is like that storm is not going to destroy you.
It's going to teach you how to weather the storm.
Exactly.
And you come out stronger on the other side.
Yeah, so much stronger.
This ties into that idea of like building inner strength.
Right, like mental muscle.
Exactly. The transcript uses the analogy of like working out a muscle.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
You don't get stronger by just lifting like tiny little weights.
You need the resistance.
You need to challenge yourself.
Exactly.
And every time we navigate a tough situation, it's like we're doing a mental workout.
Yeah, we're building that resilience.
So we've seen that this feeling of unfairness is something everyone goes through, and maybe those difficult times actually serve a purpose.
Yeah, they're not just random bad luck.
Right. Now, the transcript dives into something really interesting. The power of perspective.
Okay, perspective, interesting.
It brings up that famous quote, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
And it really emphasizes how much control we have over how we handle those situations where life feels unfair.
So it's not about what happens, it's about how we choose to see it.
Exactly. And that can be so empowering.
You give an example.
Sure. Like, let's say you get passed over for a promotion.
Okay, classic unfair situation.
The initial reaction might be like anger, disappointment, feeling like it's so unfair.
Totally, that would be my first reaction, probably.
Right. But then the transcript encourages us to ask, is there another way to look at this?
Okay. So, like, flip the script.
Yeah, flip the script. Maybe this is an opportunity to reassess your goals.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe there's a different path that's even better for you.
I see what you're saying.
It's about taking that initial feeling of unfairness and seeing if there's a more positive or constructive way to interpret it.
I like that. It's like turning that negative energy into something productive.
Exactly. And then the transcript offers another really practical tool, the importance of gratitude.
Okay, gratitude. That's a popular one these days.
Yeah, but for good reason. So it acknowledges those feelings of anger and resentment when things feel unfair.
Which, let's be real, are totally natural feelings.
Of course.
Yeah.
But then it introduces gratitude as this powerful counter to those negative emotions.
So how does gratitude work, like practically in those situations?
So the suggestion is to try and find at least one good thing in your day, even if it's something small.
Okay, so like even if it's just a good cup of coffee.
Exactly. Or a sunny day.
Yeah.
Or a nice text from a friend.
Okay, I can see that. Like focusing on the little good things.
Yeah, it's about intentionally shifting your attention to the positive.
Right, because when you're feeling like everything is unfair, it's easy to get like tunnel vision on the negative.
Exactly. And gratitude helps widen that lens a little bit.
So it's not about ignoring the bad stuff, it's about balancing it out with the good.
Precisely. And building on that idea of shifting focus is the concept of letting go of bitterness and practicing forgiveness.
Forgiveness, that's a tough one.
It is tough. But the transcript makes this great point. Holding on to bitterness, it doesn't hurt the person you're bitter towards.
It hurts you.
It hurts you. It's like carrying around this heavy backpack full of resentment.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
And the transcript emphasizes that forgiveness is something you do for yourself.
So it's not about condoning what happened.
Exactly. It's not about saying it was okay. It's about freeing yourself from that burden.
Letting go of that heavy backpack.
Exactly. It's about choosing to move on and not let those past hurts control you anymore.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now, the transcript also talks about the importance of having supportive people in your life, especially when things feel really tough.
Oh, absolutely. Like your friends, your family.
It uses this really powerful image of, like, being lost in a dark forest.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And those supportive relationships are like those little beacons of light guiding you through.
They remind you that you're not alone.
Exactly. And they can offer encouragement, celebrate your wins, and just be there to listen without judgment.
Yeah, those people are like gold.
Absolute gold. And finally, the transcript explores this really profound idea of finding purpose amidst injustice.
Okay, purpose. So like, even when everything feels unfair, there's still something to strive for?
Exactly. It's about cultivating a sense of meaning and direction, even when things feel out of control.
So it could be like a big, ambitious purpose?
It could be, like working to make the world a better place. Or it could be something more personal, like pursuing a creative passion.
Right. Or just being a good friend, a good parent, a good person.
Exactly. And the transcript uses this beautiful analogy of nurturing a seed.
Okay, I like that.
Discovering and growing your purpose takes time and effort.
It's not an overnight thing.
Not at all. There might be times when it feels like nothing is happening.
Like that seed, just underground, waiting to sprout.
But with consistent care and attention, that purpose will start to blossom.
So even when the world feels chaotic, we can still focus on cultivating that inner sense of purpose.
And that can be so grounding, so empowering.
Yeah, it gives you something to hold on to, something to work towards.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think the key takeaway is that this feeling of life being unfair is universal, but it doesn't have to define us.
Right. We have tools to deal with it.
The LEP podcast offers all these great ideas: embracing imperfection, shifting our perspective, practicing gratitude, forgiveness, leaning on our support systems, and finding our purpose.
It's like building up a resilience toolkit.
Exactly. And each of those tools helps us not just survive the tough times, but actually grow through them.
And come out the other side stronger.
So here's something to think about, dear listener. What's one small step you can take today to connect with what truly gives your life meaning, even when things feel unfair?
Yeah, like what small action can you take to nurture that seed of purpose?
Because even in the midst of those curveballs, there's always something we can do to move towards a more fulfilling, meaningful life.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See that?